Okay, so if you see here, Muthoot Finance has gone till RSI level of 60. The first line on the top is 60. So Muthoot Finance is at 60. Now, if you want to find out now how many stocks are at which level, so using a chart, you can do it all, but you'll have to go chart by chart by chart. So I'll have to change Muthoot Finance into L&T Finance, then I have to change it to M&M Finance, and then so on and so forth, whichever stock I want to see. If I see all the finance sector stocks, then I will be able to get an idea of each of them. So this will require a lot of time. सारे काम चार्ट्स के जरिए हो सकते हैं और अधिकतर लोग चार्ट्स के जरिए ही काम कर रहे हैं. But today's market is a much more faster paced market. आज के तारीख में algo trading is becoming more and more predominant in the market. Systems are becoming faster. Price action is becoming faster. Computers are becoming faster. Throughput to the exchange and order passage is becoming, everything is becoming faster. So we cannot afford to be in the slow world of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. We have to catch up with the 2023 type market, which means that we must have the tool set which will speed up everything. And with this in mind, what I have done is designed a piece of software called Neotrader. So let us go. Today's subject matter is RSI. So I am going directly now from the chart. I am going into Neotrader. So what you see here is a page from the Neotrader software, where if you open technical indicators and within that RSI, this is the page it will open with. And in this page, I hope everybody is able to see this page. Just to make it a little more detailed, I will just zoom it up a little. So if you see here, you can choose a universe. और ये universe, all this thing already कई सारे universes defined है. You got Nifty 50, 500, Next 50, mid small, bank, Nifty FNO indices, or you can make your own personal sets also. So that is the advantage that this comes with, कि आपके personal sets भी आप बना लीजिए और उसको ही देखिए या predefined sets देखिए. अच्छा, यहाँ पर आपको time frames दिए हुए. If you can see here, I will just zoom it up here so that it becomes easier. Now you have it at 30 minute, and then you got 60 minute, day, week, month. Now we have data going down into even lesser. But my sense here is that why have I used 30 minute, 60 minute and all that? You must have solid signals, right? You must have signals which are not too difficult to act upon. You must have signals which do not get affected by too much volatility, which is part of a smaller time frame. You can have a 5-minute time frame also, and lots of people do work with 5-minute time frame. But please understand that 5-minute time frame, the data is changing at that frequency. Is your mind absorbing it at that frequency? Is your mind tuned or trained to react at that frequency? Is your system set up such that at that frequency you can trade and hope to take advantage of changing situation? These are all points that you must give weightage to. So I think if you have a time frame like 30 minutes, I can easily reduce this to 15 minutes or even 5 minutes if I desire. But I've deliberately chosen to keep it at 30, although processing is happening faster, but the situation is kept there, right? So this is what is the thing. Now, here we have it on what we call as the heat map, okay? On the heat map, if I were to look at this, now, using this, I have taken a tab here, which is called RSI multi-time frame. I hope everybody can see this. Now, I got different tabs here: RSI screener, RSI levels, RSI dashboard, RSI support resistance, and RSI heat map. अब इतने सारे टैब्स की क्या जरूरत है, ये आप पूछ सकते हैं. यू माइट बी वंडरिंग why so many, because there are so many ways to read the RSI. I told you about overbought, oversold. Now what is this thing with overbought, oversold? Now let me go directly, and since we started with overbought, oversold will be featured in the heat map section. Now when you have overbought, oversold, what can you do with it? Once the stock has gone into overbought, what are you waiting for? You are waiting for the RSI to turn down, because when it is in overbought, the RSI cannot continue further higher. So all it has to do is turn down. So when it turns down, what is the signal you get? The signal you get is that the number of losers in the market related to a particular counter are now on the increase, or the buying which had kept the stock going up is now become lesser, and therefore the stock is falling under its own weight. In either case, what is not going to happen? Stock is not going to continue to rise. ये important information है या नहीं? See, in the market, if you're long, only one thing can give you money. That is if the stock price continues to go up. Otherwise, with a long position, you cannot make money. So therefore, it is very important for you to know when the probability of the market or the stock price not going up further is now the situation. तो ये पहुंचता है when the RSI gets into overbought. अब चाहे आप overbought 60 में रखे, 70 में रखे, 80 में रखे, कहीं भी रखे हो. In the software, I have defined it at 60 and 70. और मैंने certain criteria define किए हैं उसके भीतर, which says that for these type of stocks, based on such and such conditions, use 60 as overbought. And for some other stocks, based on these type of condition, use 70 as overbought. Now these are coded in already, and therefore certain stocks, when they turn down from 60, it will flash here. When something else turns down from 70, it will flash here. But the main point for you, what is actionable? Ultimately, market में सारे जो टूल सेट है, whether you call them fundamental analysis or technical analysis, ये आपको सिर्फ एनालिसिस तक ले जाती है. उसके दायरा वहां पर खत्म हो जाती है. Everything, it is fundamental analysis, it is technical analysis. It is not fundamental investing or fundamental trading. It's not technical investing or technical trading. Both of them are analysis. You take the analysis and create some rule sets or some combinations, and from the combination some rule sets which allows you to execute, to take a trade, a buy trade or a sell trade, an exit long trade or an exit short trade, or a create short trade or a create long trade, a cover short trade or a take profit on a long trade, or whatever, different types, but all are either a buy or a sell. तो buy or sell is execution, और execution में ही सारा खेल है. Analysis takes you to a certain level. जो for example, if you have gone abroad and you go to this, or why abroad, if you go to Kashmir or to Joshimat and all that, and you want to go skiing, or you want to go to the top where the snow is, so you can go by your car only till a certain level. From there, you'll have to take a different type of vehicle. Maybe those ski, those ski cable where you sit and go to the top of the mountain where the snow is. So you got to change the vehicles, right? So in exactly the same way, analysis will bring you to a certain level. Beyond that, you'll have to convert it into a different type of vehicle using the same parameters. You'll have to convert it into a different type of vehicle so that you can execute. Now, this execution, you can call it trading, you can call it investing, it doesn't matter, it is still execution. So our whole goal, our wins and losses, our success or failures in the market is all about execution. And for proper execution, for successful trades or investments in the market, the analysis is required. So analysis enables execution. Execution is all about buying or selling. When it is about buying or selling, It is the ability to find an opportunity to buy or an opportunity to sell, or what is a buy setup or what is a sell setup. So ये words जो है setup or identify an opportunity, these are all what is used along with execution. I hope this point is clear. Analysis up to a certain level, beyond that execution based upon rule sets. तो अभी हम बात कर रहे थे ओवरबॉट ओवरसोल्ड की. ओवरबॉट ओवरसोल्ड की वैल्यू क्या है? इट ब्रिंग्स यू टू द एनालिसिस एंड कि यहां पर ओवरबॉट लेवल RSI 70, 75, 80, whatever, it is overbought. Therefore, uptrend to persist, chances are very low. ये बता दिया. So what is the conclusion? Stop buying. If you have not bought and you're thinking of buying, don't buy now. Wait for some time because you will get it at a better price to buy. Second is, if you have already long, think about taking profits. If you don't want to take profits, think about tightening your stop loss. You may not have kept one, but keep one now, right? So these are all the conclusions which emerges out of what? Just one thing which says you are in overbought area. Vice versa, similarly in the oversold area. Oversold area पहुंच गया तो क्या conclusion है? इसकी जो घटाड़ा है, the fall which is happening, that will not likely continue much further. अब मार्केट आ गई थी नीचे till Thursday, Friday को उछाला आ गया. So if you see the intraday charts, the Nifty RSI had come down quite substantially. And before that, if you had seen, when the market went up substantially, RSI of various stocks, particularly जो PSU के थे, defensives के थे, सारे बहुत सारे stocks थे, जिसके daily RSI had gone to 80 and 85. अब 80-85 में untenable हो गया. तो वहां पर आपको थोड़ा सा सावधानी लाना ही पड़ेगा, नो मैटर हाउ मच यू आर इन लव विद दैट स्टॉक. और आपको लग रहा है यहां से दुगना हो जाएगा, बट फिर भी वो बढ़ेगा नहीं, थोड़ा सा तो पुल बैक देगा ही देगा. सो इफ यू विश टू टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ दैट, यू कैन पार्शियली बुक प्रॉफिट्स, यू कैन स्टॉप एडिंग मोर, और if you lean the other way, you can go short. There are so many things. So going short, booking profit, stopping to buy, these are all execution. So you understand how the whole thing is related, all emerging from one item, which is level of RSI. And that is where it is useful. So overbought. अब overbought पहुंच गया तो overbought में ही रहे, that is also possible. And it happens sometimes when the trend is very strong. You will say that अच्छा 75 पहुंच गया तो अभी it has to turn down. No, it doesn't have to turn down from there. It turns down when it does turn down. अब काले बादल पूरे जम गए आकाश में, इसका मतलब थोड़ी है कि बारिश हो रहा है. What do dark clouds in the sky indicate? That there is a possibility of rain. When is the rain actually there? When the first droplet of rain falls from the skies and falls in your hand, falls on top of your head. That is when you say, rainfall has started. So then what is the action it is asking you to take? Very evident. Open the umbrella. अब बारिश ही नहीं हो रहे हैं, आप अम्ब्रेला खोल के चल रहे हो, तो लोग आपको देख करके हंसेंगे, बोले ये आदमी को क्या हुआ है. करेक्ट ना? धूप नहीं है, आप अम्ब्रेला खोल के चल रहे हो तो. सो देयर इज अ टाइम टू ओपन द अम्ब्रेला, एंड दैट इज व्हेन द sky is too hot, the sun is too hot, or when it starts raining. In the same way, only when the RSI turns down from a rising thing, that is when you should take action. So on the heat map, you will get two selections here. Let me just zoom it down. So you get one which says turn up and one which says turn down. So turn down is when it is coming down from overbought. You will get names featured in turn up when it will go up from the bottom. So अभी straight away market को दो सेट में डिवाइड कर लिया. अभी this is up to Friday's trading, right? This is the last refresh, 3:30 बजे का है. तो उस समय पे it shows the Trent Limited is featured in turn down. तो इसका क्या मतलब है? अभी अपने पास तो चार्ट है नहीं यहाँ पर, बट ये चार्ट की रीडिंग दे रहा है आपको. The whole idea of Neotrader is that you will get all technical signals right here on the screen, and you don't have to know about technical analysis in great detail. If you know what turn down means, that it is connected to RSI and it means that something has become unsustainable on the top and it is turning down, and therefore it is alerting me towards an action point. Please remember what I said earlier all the time. Execution is the key. अगर आप खरीद नहीं सकते और आप बेच नहीं सकते, आप सिर्फ टाइम पास कर रहे हो मार्केट में. टाइम पास के लिए टाइम पास मिलेगा, रुपया नहीं मिलेगा. अगर आप रुपया कमाने के लिए यहां पर आए हो तो यू मस्ट लर्न टू एग्जीक्यूट. If you have to execute, you must have the necessary tool sets which are telling you to execute. Now you can look at trend chart and you can know that it has turned down. If I show you the trend chart now, it will show you there. So let me show you the chart of trend. Okay, I will go and change this to trend limited, and this was on 30 minutes. So I'm going to put a 30-minute chart and I'm going to move away and then look here. I want you to see this. The trend has been coming down. This is a 30-minute chart. So this is the last 4 candles on the 30-minute chart. They have been coming down. And if you notice here, the RSI, which had gone to somewhere in the high 70s. So this is the 70 line, right? So this has gone above. And then the RSI, the white line is the RSI. I've zoomed it out so it doesn't, so you can watch it. And here, if you see, towards the end, it has dipped below 70. And this is exactly what is captured on Neotrader. You'll say, what is the big deal about that? ये तो मैं चार्ट पे भी देख सकता था. जरूर आप देख सकते हो. अच्छा, अभी मैं आपको बताता हूं कि ये हुआ 30 मिनट में. अब मैं इसको ये सारे टाइम फ्रेम में देख सकता हूं. अब मैंने चूज किया डेली टाइम फ्रेम. तो व्हेन आई चूज डेली टाइम फ्रेम, व्हाट डू आई सी? दैट देयर आर सो मेनी स्टॉक्स where the RSI is turned up from the bottom. मतलब 30, 35, 40 के लेवल से RSI has come down and it has turned up. Now you can see all of these also on the chart. But how many charts you have to see? 3 and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, some 12 rows. So that means there are some 36 names here. It'll even be featured here somewhere anyway, doesn't matter. So there are some 36 to 40 names here. अब आपको 40 चार्ट देखने पड़ेंगे. 40 चार्ट देखने के लिए कितना समय लगता है पता है? At least some 10 minutes will go. अब 10 मिनट में मार्केट इधर का उधर हो जाता. आपके पास समय नहीं है इतना वेस्ट करने के लिए. मार्केट बहुत तेजी से चलता. You must know it immediately. So when you just click here from 30 minutes to day, that took you 1 second. It took 1 second for this to be populated. You can, in the matter of about 5-10 seconds, look at the various names here and see if there are names which interest you. Now let me just zoom it up here so that you can look at it better. Now, here you go. This is turn up and it is in the daily time frame. So it says Adani Ports, Bharti Airtel, Eicher Motors, Sun Pharma, SBI, L&T. ये सारे मेन लाइन ट्रेडिंग स्टॉक्स है. अगर आपको इस किसी भी स्टॉक में दिलचस्पी है तो आपको तुरंत बता दिया विदाउट लुकिंग एट द चार्ट्स कि ये स्टॉक जो थे जो घट रहे थे, क्योंकि मंडे ट्यूसडे तो हॉलीडे था, बट लगातार पिछले 4-5 दिनों से मार्केट घट रहा था. सो द डिक्लाइन इन दी स्टॉक्स मे बी टेम्परली ओवर. ये हो गया करके मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूं, बट मार्केट में कहीं तो अपने को सिग्नल आना चाहिए ना कि कुछ तो चेंजेस आ रहे हैं और कोई एक्शन में बी कॉल्ड अपॉन. सो Bharti Airtel and State Bank, BEL, Bank of Baroda, Chola. अच्छा, कुल मिला के कितने स्टॉक्स है ये निफ्टी एफएनओ के स्टॉक्स? देयर आर अबाउट 185 190 स्टॉक्स. अब सारे में अपॉर्चुनिटी हो सकते हैं, तो 190 चार्ट तो आप हर एवरी मिनट तो देख नहीं सकते. 190 चार्ट देखने बैठेंगे तो 6 घंटा चले जाएगा. तो ट्रेडिंग कब करोगे? When will you buy and when will you sell and when will you spot opportunities? Not possible. So that is why a software like Neotrader is necessary. जो आपके चुने हुए टाइम फ्रेम. If I want, I can look at this in weekly also. I can look at this in monthly also. I can look at this in 60-minute also. I have defined some 5 time frames for you: 30, 60, daily, weekly, monthly. This ought to be enough for almost everybody who's there in the market. अब इससे भी कम चाहिए तो आप एकदम फास्ट ट्रेडिंग कर रहे हो 5 मिनट चार्ट पे, तो ठीक है. आगे जरूरत पड़ेगा, इफ देर इज इनफ डिमांड, आई कैन पुट 5 मिनट्स ऑल्सो. बट आई थिंक मोस्ट पीपल आर नॉट इक्विप्ड टू ट्रेड एट दैट लेवल. एक तो ये लेवल पे ट्रेडिंग करने से शायद फायदा भी हो जाए, बट नुकसान ही होने का संभावना ज्यादा है. बिकॉज नॉट बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग टू बी रॉन्ग एवरी टाइम, यू आर गोइंग टू बी राइट some of the time. But the more number of trades that you take, the greater is the risk that you run in the market, right? Because your positions are always open. Now, the whole goal of trading is to reduce risk, right? When you reduce risk, the probability of winning automatically goes up. So, if by participating consistently and speedily and in very short period of time, which is your 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute charts, it can give you a thrill, it can give you a lot of adrenaline pump because you are in action. It's not likely to give you too much money. 30 minutes is a reasonably good time. So my suggestion is stick with that. You can analyze at lower time frames, but I suggest you trade at 30 minutes. And if possible by you and your systems allow it, you can go down to 15 minutes also. But the names you will get here. Once you get the names, you want to look at, let's say, कोई चीज में रिजल्ट आया उस दिन, I don't know whether something came out with results on that day. Let me see here. SBI card, I think that came out with results. Okay. This is Friday's trading. This whole part here. This whole part is Friday's trading. Now, if you see here, towards the end of Thursday, there was some amount of upside price action already in SBI cards. And if you look at here, so this is your 30 line and this is your 40 line. Okay. Now, if you see here, there is a crossover of the 40 line by the RSI, which had earlier gone down and then gone flat and now gone up. I hope everybody is able to see this. And this is the action which got caught in Neotrader. And then this came up and then it has started going up further. Now it has crossed 60 and now it has crossed 70 levels. So there are various levels which have been caught. And in the case of RSI trends, what I want to show you is another aspect where we now have SBI cards which has turned up, and that is what was caught. So it will give you various names where you can get the actionable information quickly. Otherwise, just getting a list of names is not enough. Now, by saying that these are all turned up, now you can do this on your charting software where you'll have to write a series of lines if it allows you to do it, saying that RSI in 30 minutes or in daily 60 minutes, whatever, previous RSI was below 30 or 40 or whatever. Current RSI is gone above 30 and so on and so forth, and then give me a list of such stocks. So if you have a scanner built into your technical software, this may be possible. But this puts it out in an elegant manner. There is so much more. There is this aspect here of some trend circles. Now, I'm not going to spend time here in this webinar about the trend circles, because if you search for RSI videos by me, and that's available on the YouTube, I have a separate video where I've explained in total detail what these circles mean and how they can be used. So this is a different way of showing you what is the situation with respect to every time frame: 30 minutes, 60 minutes, daily, weekly, monthly. Now all these time frames are shown here. Now if you look at here, this is the daily, and in the daily it has become green. So I'll just zoom it up here a little. SBI card here, if you notice here, on the daily it has become green. Now you don't even have to look at the chart, you have to just look at this, and then you will know at which levels it has turned green. But Neotrader is intuitively designed like this, कि it can tell you more than little bit of information. और यहाँ पर आप एक छोटा सा लोगो देख रहे हैं, इस लोगो को क्लिक करेंगे तो इसकी चार्ट भी खुल जाएगी, and this chart will open directly onto a broking platform charting platform called Dhan Trading View. Dhan Trading View platform will open. Many people also have Trading View subscription and they have charts of their own. For those who do not have, if you press here, you need to have a login with Dhan. So we are affiliates with Dhan, so you can join up with Dhan and choose to trade with them later on if you wish to. But if you sign up with Dhan using our affiliate login, you will be able to access this logo, which will directly take you to the intraday chart, the live chart, which is given by Dhan. If you click here, then there is another aspect in trading in Neotrader called Stock Analyzer, which gives you a whole lot of information. We have separate videos on Stock Analyzer, or you can add it to your watch list. And like that, you can add multiple things to your watch list and see them as a separate watch list. So Neotrader is designed to be extremely user-friendly. सॉफ्टवेयर है तो नए नए लोग जो है उनको थोड़ी सी दिक्कत तो होगी, but we have a full support team standing by. You can reach out to them. They will help you. We have demos going on through the week. We have Q&A sessions on every Friday. Please log into them, all those who are users currently or those who would like to become users of Neotrader. There is full 100% support to the software so that you do not get or run into problems while using it.
Region.